Hey, handsome. How you doing? Good to see you.
He's a good boy.
Oh, mercy sakes, he's such a good boy. Come here. Our next horse will be receiving mesenchymal stem cell therapy. The whole deal's all busy today? Yeah. This morning we're going to be working with Snow Day. Snow Day is a 9-year-old quarter horse cross gelding, and Snow Day's being diagnosed with an injury to his right front leg. And after MRI, we found that he has an adhesion between his navicular bone and his deep flexor tendon. Also, he has pretty severe tendonitis in his deep flexor tendon. Part of the therapy is going to be stem cell therapy to help repair the deep flexor tendonitis. There are 3 reasons why we pick stem cells. The first reason is that if the horse is old, and older than 12 years particularly. The second reason is if the injury is very severe, and the third reason is if we have the injury over a critical area, like a fulcrumed area. And with Snow Day here, we have severity and we have location, so that's the reason we're going to be doing stem cell. All right, so let's turn him around, let's get started. So we have the tail wrapped. So what we're doing is we're isolating the areas where the fat pad is, and we're using ultrasound. We know that the deepest area of the fat pad is along this axis, and this is the deepest portion of it. So we're going to make a box here with the clippers with a 10 blade, and then we're going to surgically prep this area here. We use whiteout to identify the area or mark it. And now we're going to look for the deepest part. This pony has a good fat pad. And there's the deepest portion of it right here. And I will mark the deepest portion, as we can see clearly here. So while Jamie is preparing the surgical site, we're going to prepare the infusion solution. The infusion solution is going to be introduced into the fat pad to help keep the fat pad more turgid and help control bleeding. And then we remove 20 cc's of saline. We'll introduce 20 cc's of lidocaine. And our small amount of epinephrine. Okay, so our infusion solutions are ready to go. This does demonstrate that this procedure can be done on site. This doesn't necessarily, you don't have to go to a hospital to have this done. And that makes it more convenient for the horse and for the owner. And if there are icy roads or dangerous driving conditions or a fractious horse, this makes it more comfortable for everybody. And we'll just give him a little bit of anesthetic in there. So we'll put our surgical drape down, our tulip cannula, our infusion cannula, our pocar, and our Johnny lock. So we're going to use an adhesive drape that's impregnated with iodine, and we're going to place it a bit lower than we would expect because we want to protect the area where our hands are going to be. All right, so now we're going to take the pocar and we're going to make an entry portal. And we're going to fill the syringe with an infusion solution. Okay. And there's our first infusion. Good. Okay, so go more towards tail base now. A little more. Okay, so here we can see fat again. Turn the probe a little bit perpendicular to my, yeah, good. Nice. Now we're going to go a little more shallow. Okay, now we're seeing the fat pad right there, and we should be seeing, there's a cannula just starting to infuse fluid into it. And you can see the fluid distending making the changes on ultrasound here. This ultrasound machine is a terrific unit because of it's so portable and the quality of image is so nice. It makes a very nice working field unit. Okay, slide a little bit more laterally, good. And we're going to try to go a little more superficial here. And there we are, you can just see the cannula right there in the center of the screen. It's a bright spots, good. So we're going to infiltrate over that area. Okay, there we go. Nice. That's the cannula right there as we're pulling back. So now we can see that sliding into this tissue as we're infiltrating. Okay, good. All right, nice. And here we have the fat collection cannula called a tulip cannula. It has a sharpened port that when the fat gets sucked into it, that it cuts it off and we collect the sample. Working back and forth, and deeper. Nice. In the center there, you can just see the bright spot right in the center of the screen, and it'll go away. It comes back in. That's our cannula. So now we've extracted about 45 cc's of fat. We have a nice sample here. I'm going to put it into the collection vessel.
Lower because it's
Beautiful sample, huh? So the procedure's finished, and Snowday is still quite comfortable through to the end of it. He has 2 portal holes in there that are half the size of a pencil, and I've sprayed those with a aluminum spray to seal them. We're going to put him on antibiotics to help protect or fight any, just give some protective cover against infection. You can expect some drainage out of the portals because we infuse so much fluid in there. We can see a little bit of dribbling. That should clear up in a day or so. And his exercise program, he should still be taken out, hand walked every day. And there really should be minimal complications. He might experience some sensitivity over those sites that we harvested the adipose from, but he really should be quite comfortable and you shouldn't see any problems. And if you see anything like that, you should let me know. Any questions?
No, sounds good.
Okay, super. So the samples or the adipose that we collected gets delivered to VetStem.